Hey guys, it's me, Ari, and this is Sweet Talk Sunday. So just to get right into it, this podcast is going to be about me talking about all types of topics. I mean, any type of topic. No topic is off limits. Well, maybe some, but majority all topics. And I'm just going to be giving my life experiences because I feel like one of my purposes is to really just share my life experiences, share my wisdom and my advice. Now, I am usually a private person. I know that I like to post on social media, kind of mostly on TikTok, but in terms of like my personal life, like, and a lot of things that I've been through, like, it's mostly personal. I mean, it's mostly private, but I feel like it's one of my purposes to really, like I said, just share what I've been through and share my testimonies and everything like that. And at the end of each video, I'm gonna give like a Bible verse or a Bible story and or Bible story that's relative to say a topic. Like I said, I'm gonna be talking about all types of topics: dating, school, being in your 20s, friends, everything. Just gonna be talking about everything. So today's topic is gonna be my experience with me getting my master's degree and the whole journey of me coming out here. So if you don't know, I recently moved to England in September. Honestly, this is the last place I ever thought that I would be living. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, before, like 5 years ago, even 2 years ago, you could not tell me that I would be living in England 2 years later. Like you couldn't bet no money on it. Like, I'll be like, yeah, you're right. Like, I used to just have a negative idea of England. I shouldn't say negative, but I just had like I guess just like a negative stigma that a lot of people have. Like, it's gloomy here all the time, it's depressing here all the time, it's never sunny, it's always going to be Bermudians wherever you go, and just all of that type of stuff. So because of that, I was just like, I don't want to be anywhere where Bermudians always are. Like, I'm not going to move away just to be around Bermudians. I don't want to be anywhere that's going to make me feel depressed. I don't want to be anywhere that's going to just, that's bad. But I have had a real journey, like I said, with coming out here. First of all, um, I do have my bachelor's degree, obviously. My bachelor's is in arts in psychology. And I always knew that I wanted to get my master's. Now, I'm the type of person where, like, there is no cap to my success. Like, I always say that. Like, there's no cap to my success. Like, I always want to outdo myself. I always feel like I can be doing more, and that can be good and bad at times. I try not to get like too stagnant and like too comfortable. With my process of getting my master's, just was not easy at all. First of all, I applied to America, and I got into a school. First of all, I applied to America. I really wanted to go to Miami because I love the city and the beach in one. So I was like, Miami is perfect for that. So I applied to, I think, University of Miami. I think, I can't even remember it now, but I applied to somewhere in Miami. They took a long time to say whether I was getting in or not. So I was like, all right, let me just apply to another school in Miami as well. So I applied to the second one, and at this time, it was taking forever. So they had got back to me. The first school had got back to me, and they was just like, no. Well, not no, but they just, you know what I mean. And the next day, I was literally upset. Like, I was literally like crying, and I was like, Lord, like, tell me what to do. Like, what am I supposed to do? Type of thing. Like, just tell me. And the next day, the other school contacted me and said that I got in. So at this point, I was so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm on my way to get my master's, and this is for the full program. So I was like, I'm on my way to get my master's. Like, let me finish packing. Mind you, I was not as prepared as I am now. Like, how I became, and even for England, I wasn't prepared, but we're gonna get into that. So I didn't have, like, my finances weren't really together, and obviously, like, you don't always have to have your finances together to an extent when you travel, but it's just like I just didn't feel comfortable. I was just going just to, not like just to go, but like I knew I wanted to do my master's, but it's like, I don't know, I just like things just weren't working out. Like the bank stuff, like it wasn't working out. It was so expensive. Like it could have worked out, but it's just that like it was so expensive. Like the school was so expensive. Like the tuition, housing, all of that was just so expensive. Um, that is like, like it's not gonna work. I wasn't getting any scholarships, so I knew actually I got like one scholarship, but after that, it still wasn't enough, like I said. So I was just like, okay, like this isn't gonna work out. So I was like, what else should I do? Mind you, while I'm applying for schools, so many people was like, you should apply to England, you should apply to England, like you should go to England, like you would like it, you still got to travel, you love to travel, da 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 da, like it's cheaper, da da da. And I'm like, I'm not going to England, like I'm not going, like what aren't you getting? Like I just kept saying that I'm not going there. But I felt like God was kind of like guiding me slowly. Like I remember watching this movie once. Basically, like the mama, like the daughter had like a illness or something, and the mama just didn't have enough faith, and they traveled all the way to get her to be like healed and stuff like that. And the mama, like I said, the mama just didn't have enough faith, but God was placing certain people, certain things, certain places in place while they was out there that kind of led up to everything, like of her being better and her healing and things like that. So I feel like that's kind of how it was for me. Like even like when I was like even with my mama, like she was like, oh, we need to get your UK passport, and I'm just like, oh, for what? Like I don't even feel like going to England. Like I had, like I said, I had no desire to come to England. Like even though I knew at some point I wanted to travel to Europe, it wasn't like I was going to like live out there. So I was just like, whatever, I don't care. But let me just get it just to get it. So I ended up having a talk with one of my godpas, and he was like, you should just move out there. He was thinking about moving as well. I just kind of like was just talking to God and just really, really praying and asking him like, what should I do? Like I'm at this point where like I'm literally at a standstill. Like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I know I want to get my master's. I know that I didn't want to stay in Bermuda. I knew I didn't want to do my schooling online because I didn't want to live in Bermuda anymore. So, like, what am I going to do? So, I decided to start applying to England. Now, when I started applying to England, it was for the winter term. So, like, the January term. So, I started applying to different places. I feel like altogether, I applied to like at the time, I think I applied to like 3 or 4 schools, and only one did like they accepted me, but it was a conditional offer to where it's like I had to change my major. So it wasn't a conditional offer where it's like if you send this, then then you're basically getting it. It was more so of like you have to change your major because the major that you have isn't like you're not able to do it. So it was a lot of discouraging times. And also the major that I wanted, I just didn't want to change it. Like even people was like, oh, like do you want to like change your major? And I'm like, no, like I know that this is what I want to do. Basically the major that I have now is Masters of Science in Integrative Counseling and Psychotherapy. And I knew that with this major I would be able to do anything with therapy. And a lot of the majors, like it was just like specific, like counseling with early children, or counseling with early addiction, or counseling with early like clinical. Like it wasn't anything like where I can do everything out, like whenever I like just wanted to do whatever I wanted to do. I was like, right, I'm just keep looking and keep looking. So after that, I kept looking. I applied to 3 more schools now for the September term. I totally forgot. I applied for one that was in September. They got back to me. I applied to there at like, I think it was September. I think I applied in like September after I signed like all the paperwork and all that stuff, my passport and everything getting sorted out. They had gave me a conditional offer. And I was just so excited because I'm like, oh my god, like I actually got a conditioner. Now, mind you, I knew that I still wasn't like in, but they still gave me the offer. So I was a bit excited. Like this is the first school that actually gave me a conditional offer. The other schools I had interviews with, it just didn't work out for whatever reason. So I was like, all right, like let me just go through with this school. I really liked it. I liked the program that it presented. Like everything was just really nice. So I went through with it, and they was like, the communication was a bit bad, I must say. Like, the communication was bad. Every time I tried to send something that I was supposed to send, I kept getting referred to somebody else. It was really just one person, in terms of staff, that was so helpful. And when I met him in person, I literally like thanked him like continuously, because he was really the only person that was like super helpful in terms of like making sure that I had all my documents, making sure that the school actually received everything, making sure that people were replying. He was telling me who to contact, who not to contact. Like, he was super helpful. After that, like I said, the school was taking a while. I just felt like, I don't know what's going on, let me just keep applying to other schools. So I started applying to other schools. One minute the school would get back, the next minute it will be like tug and pull. Like, one minute it seemed like I was going forward, and then the next minute it seemed like I was going back. Oh, you need to hand this in. Oh, you need to give this. Oh, you need to get this. You need to da da da. So it was just like a lot going on, and I was just getting frustrated. I didn't know what to do. I got to a point where I was just like, all right, I'm not even gonna go to school anymore. Maybe I'm just not meant to go to school right now. Like, that's what I started thinking. Like, maybe it's just not meant for me to go to school. Maybe I'm just meant to do my own thing. Like, I know what God has planned for me. Maybe it's meant to just for me to just go another route. The other schools denied me. They would either deny me, or they would just tell me that I would do another program, or they didn't offer it at that specific time, or they was full. Like, it was just always something. So I was like, all right, whatever. At this point, I was working at my job for 2 years now. I was doing social work. So I was a social work assistant at Child and Family Services. Loved the job. Um Sometimes it was a great job. I learned a lot. Like, the of my co-workers were very helpful. I wasn't super close to like everybody that was there. I mostly like stayed to myself and like a lot of people that I knew. Well, not knew, but like, got to know. But like I said, everybody there was helpful. Like, nobody, like, it was never any drama with me or anything like that. Like, nobody was ever mean to me or nothing like that, which I really liked, because I do like work environments where I could feel comfortable. But I knew, like I said, that social work was not what I wanted to do. It was therapy, and I knew that I had to have my master's in order to become a therapist. I don't really have plans to return back to Bermuda when I finish, obviously. So I knew that like I wanted to go somewhere where I felt comfortable living. So I started to look up apartments and things like that. Just in different places. Anything, yes, like I said, I had never been to England a day in my life. I had never even been to Europe. So I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know, like, people could only give their opinions. People could only give their opinions and somewhat facts, but like I just didn't know where to go. So at first I was looking at places that were like kind of like outside of Leeds. And I was gonna like just live in Leeds and then figure out what I was gonna do next. But I knew I was gonna just like move out there, have my apartment, get a job, and then just start figuring out what I was gonna do next. Just finding places, but then it's like I needed to have, like, I don't know, it was just kind of difficult. I was like, all right, what am I supposed to do? Like, at this point I was just talking to God. I'm like, yo, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I feel like I'm trying to apply. Like, I felt like he was telling me to move to England, but I just didn't know how it was gonna go. Like, I ended up fasting for 3 days. I did the Asta fast, which is where you don't eat or drink anything. All I had was water for 3 days. and and I just really wanted some clarity. Like, I did fasting before or whatever, but I just really wanted to do an intense fast because I really wanted clarity. I really wanted to know what to go on to do. What is my next purpose? I knew I didn't want to be at my job anymore. And obviously not just say it in a bad way, but just because I knew that this is not what I wanted to do long term. So like, what is my next step going to be? I was getting tired of living in Bermuda. Obviously I love Bermuda. Like, it's my home. But it's like, I just knew that I had outgrew. I knew that I had accomplished a lot in Bermuda. And I knew that I had not worked with a lot of people, met a lot of people, did a lot of things. Like, a lot of things, like so many. I've accomplished like so many goals in Bermuda, like things that I didn't even think were gonna happen or didn't even know that was possible to happen. But I knew that I wanted more for myself. Like, everybody's different, but I knew I wanted more for myself. After the fast, I just like, I know people, like, there's some people who feel like they can't hurt God. I understand that, but for those who can, I was just like, I just felt God saying like, just email the school one more time, because at this point, like I said, I had given up on the school. Like, I didn't know what to do next. Like, giving up. All I was doing was just looking for apartments. And I'm like, I don't feel like it. Like, I don't want to even to school. Like, I've been talking to this school for like almost a whole year now. And like, they have not done any, like, they've done stuff, but it hasn't been like consistent. Like, I don't want to do, like, you know? So I hit them up and they emailed me back and they was just like, have you returned to Bermuda yet? I mean, have you come out to England yet? And I'm like, I haven't been to England yet, but I could get a flight as soon as possible. What I say, they emailed me back, they sent me the waiver. The problem was that they were taking forever to send the waiver. They sent the waiver for me to go out there until I'm like officially in or whatever. I literally had like a week and a half to pack my stuff up and leave the island. I was already starting to pack. Like, I was already telling myself, like, just stop preparing yourself. Like, stop preparing yourself to get ready to move, because this is what you want so bad. This is what you want. This is what you feel like God wants you to do. Stop preparing yourself so that when it comes, you're ready. I started preparing myself, but then when they hit me up, like, I don't know, like when they hit me up, I was still a bit like a little doubtful, just a little doubtful. So I had packed up stuff super fast. Like, I tried to um got certain like documents in order. I had to get a DBS check because I didn't realize, because they had asked for a DBS check for out there, but like, I mean, for in England, but not for in Bermuda. They asked for one super last minute, so I tried to get that done. It's just a bunch of stuff that I was like, do I need this? Do I need that? Like, just, you know, just trying to make sure I had everything in order. So I literally packed up everything. I came out here with 3 suitcases. Half of my suitcases are my purses. If you know me, I'm a purse girl. So now we're even with the process with me getting my Bermuda police check took like at least a month, like a month and some. Like, I was out here, I went to the school, got everything cleared up with that, and that was fine. But in terms of like the actual Bermuda police check, like that took like a month and some, like over a month. And I was panicking because I'm just like, I wasn't fully enrolled yet, so I wasn't able to access the online stuff. I wasn't able to, like, I had a student number, like a student ID, but I wasn't able to get like my physical ID to like go into the school, because you gotta like, you know, use your ID to get into the school. Like, they obviously don't just like let any and everybody in the school. So so yeah, so it was just a lot with that. But when I say God worked a miracle in my life, like, literally, like, sometimes I'll just be sitting there and I'm like, I can't believe I literally live in England. I was the last person to ever think that I would ever be in England. I was the last person to ever think that I'll be in school in England. But I love it here. I love where I live. I love my school. No, there are, you know, schools, not all schools are perfect. Like, schools aren't perfect or whatever. Like, especially when you're getting your master's degree, it could be a lot of, you know, confusion and things like that. Like, that's understandable. But other than that, like, I've made friends. Like, um, I'm not gonna lie, like, sometimes I do get a bit lonely, which is normal, you know. It's not any Bermudians where I live. It actually is one so far that I only know of. I've talked to her, but we haven't like met up or anything like that. But other than that, I have school friends. At first I was like catching a train, but I have a friend who lives out here. A school friend who lives out her side. She takes me to school. And school's only twice a week, which is good. So it's not like we have to go to school every single day. Um, so yeah, when I said that God just worked a miracle, like, things just switched. Like, I literally was like anxious, not anxious, but like happy and nervous at the same time. Like, because I'm like, whoa, like, this is really it. Like, this is what I really wanted. And I remember even talking to one of my supervisors at my old job, and I was just telling her, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just gonna go away. Like, I'm just gonna move away still. I'm just gonna, this before, like, when the school stuff wasn't working out. And she was just like, just do it. Like, just do what you feel is best for you. And when I told her that the school ended up reaching back, like, she was like, wow, like, you really just had like a lot of faith. And like I said, like, when I had first thought about going away for school, like when I was gonna go to America, I didn't have as much faith. I wasn't as close with God. My relationship with God before was like on and off, which sounds crazy, but like 1 minute I was close, 1 minute I wasn't. Like I didn't have as much money saved up. Um, my mindset wasn't as much. I shouldn't say as mature, but obviously I have matured within that like 2 year time span. Matured even more. Um, I was grateful for my job because not only do I have experience, like I have 2 years experience in actual social work, but and if you know social work prepares you for any job. It is a lot of work. Our caseload was full, but I must say that, like I said, I enjoyed every process of being at my job. I enjoyed working with my clients. I enjoyed learning. I enjoyed teaching. I enjoyed helping. I enjoyed everything. I just enjoyed everything. Like I wouldn't regret anything that happened at my job. Nothing. Um, Nothing from my caseload. Nothing. Like I wouldn't regret anything because it's definitely helped me um professionally, personally, like everything. Like it just helped me a lot. That's definitely one of the jobs that I'll forever be grateful for because it just helped me a lot, like especially with my career. Like it helped me a lot. I was able to save a lot of money. I also had a part-time job. It was like a subsection of my job. It was like a residence. So I worked there some weekends. Actually, yeah, like a good bit of weekends, sometimes weekdays, sometimes holidays. And I was able to save up a lot of money. I was living at home at the time, me and my mama. I was living with my mama. Um and like I said, I was able to save a lot of money. Being out here has been great. Like I said, I'm in love in England so far. I haven't had any bad experiences, God forbid. But yeah, and I just literally just sometimes literally just thank God like for everything that he's done because it's really been a journey. Like it's not been easy. Um and a lot of times in me with school, because I know that I'm someone where I like to elevate and things like that, it's not always easy, but obviously things that you really want don't always come easy. So yeah, that's just my testimony. That's my experience with school. I'm gonna say that a Bible verse that is relevant, or a Bible story that's relevant to this situation. Jesus and the disciples were on the boat late at night, and the storm was really bad, and God was like this, uh, uh, and he's all like a light, and they was up there panicking and saying, "Hey, like, do you not see what's going on?" And Jesus is just like, "Do you not know who I am?" Like that's just how it felt. Like it was a lot of times where I was really just panicking, and I found myself having like not enough faith. Like when I was supposed to go to America, I didn't have enough faith. Like I really didn't, and I don't think I shouldn't say I don't think I would be. I don't think I would be in any bad positions, but like I said, I just didn't have enough so I didn't prepare as much. I feel like God was just saying, look, like I have everything sorted. Like literally everything is sorted. Like, all you gotta do is just call on me, just ask me, what do you want? And I can do it. Just like with the disciples on the ship, like I'm her. Like what more do you want? Like why are you literally faithless and I'm literally her on the boat with you lot? Like just calm down. Like just relax and just ask me to stop the storm, ask me to calm the waves, like just little stuff like that. So the actual Bible verse though, it's gonna continue with Luke 8 verse 24, the second part, when it says he got up, meaning Jesus got up and rebuked the wind and the raging waters. The storm subsided and all was calm. Literally all God has to do is just stop the storm and everything will be okay. Like everything will be fine. Things will be better. We just have to have faith, like just asking him like what is it that you want, like you know what I mean. And even though like I said I found myself asking him what should I do next at the beginning of my journey with coming to school, like going to America stuff, I didn't, like I said, I didn't have enough faith. But I thank God for always showing me what he can do, what he will do, what he's gonna do. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this first episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. um I was a little nervous, but I'm gonna continue to keep making these videos. Obviously, the more videos I make, the more comfortable I'm gonna get. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Like I said, I'm gonna be dropping every single Sunday. I'm gonna hold myself accountable this year to drop every single Sunday. So yeah, happy New Year's 2026. We're gonna reach more goals. We're gonna just make things shake this year, and we're gonna trust God in the process. Period. Bye.